Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Good morning and happy Friday. It's a fantastic football Friday. Justin, we're already into the new week of the NFL season. The game was played last night, so the new week is officially here. Week 5 is upon us, and it's time to get back to the winning ways for our Miami Dolphins. So how are you out there in Colorado today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just waking up, getting ready to start another fantastic Friday.
Yeah. So are you getting any cool weather yet out there, or is it
Yeah,
still
it's really mild, really chilly kind of this morning actually for right now.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to get above probably 60, 61 today.
Oh, well, that's a nice day, man. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
just
it's not bad, but on the low, it gets a little cold. Time to think about disconnecting all those sprinklers and winterizing all your stuff. And
we have it. Yeah, we have it totally different here in Florida, so it's like not something I can really relate to, man. So
Right.
It's like we're year round, basically summer. We get some cooler days, yes, here and there, but nothing to write home. Nothing like your guys' cold. Our cold days would be like, man, it's still like summer almost.
Oh yeah,
So,
you guys would be freezing over here today.
yeah, no, for sure. We were in there. We would have jackets out and everything. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'll probably be
it's
rocking a hoodie today for sure.
hey, that's the one thing good about your weather. You can wear some more dolphin stuff. Me, I have a
Oh
beautiful
yeah.
hoodie. I get to wear once or twice a year, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And
That's what
it's
I like
funny.
is when winter comes out, all that good gear comes out. The jackets, the hoodies. It's kind
Yeah,
of cool.
yeah. So hopefully, when we start getting some more people in here, we will start racking up some views. That'd be great, and talk all kinds of dolphin stuff. But for now, I say we've talked about the beat down in Buffalo enough. It's time to move on to the Giants. And you and I were talking behind the scenes about how some fans are just taking this team for granted, forgetting that, yes, the Giants are struggling right now, but teams bounce back all the time. The Giants were in the playoff and actually won a playoff game last year, unlike us that we haven't done for 20. So, let's not be counting those chickens. Yes, the Giants can do some things. And, everyone's saying, oh, the Dolphins need this because you have to bounce back. But guess what? The Giants want it too, and they get paid to play football too. And I do expect the Dolphins to win, but I just don't, expect take it for granted anymore because you just don't know from week by week, Justin.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like you never know what you're gonna get in the NFL. Like before we got on the air, you were talking about like the Commanders, how they like almost hung in there with the Eagles and won the game last week. And then on Thursday night they play the Bears and it looked like they didn't even exist. So they got beat down pretty hard last night, I think by 20. So stuff like that happens. Two aside hotline. What's up, morning?
Hey, to us, hey, thank you for joining. Um, to us, I think you're a first time commenter. I should play the Miami Dolphins song here in a minute for you. Hey, G Man and Shake Money, welcome. Glad to have you, G Man. You rock, G Man. Shake Money, of course. Yeah, you rock too, Shake Money. Always good to see you guys in here. We just need
Shake.
it. Yeah,
Another day in Zamunda.
make sure you check out and find Shake Money on the Fins tailgate. So, Michael K. Okay. Thank you, Michael K. Michael K. always has an alias. I can never keep up with all his.
Oh no, Michael, you were right, man. Remember we were talking about it on the show. It could go one way, it could go another. And after that first quarter, man, from the second, halfway through the second quarter, Buffalo to start turning it on. Once we made one mistake, which I think was the turnover by Mostert, and then you had Tua throw a turnover. It was just on from there, bro. You can't make mistakes against these good teams that play solid defense and expect to win. And another thing that they did in the game that even Mike McDaniel himself said, you know what, I probably should have thought about doing it differently, is he went away from the run game. And you needed to kind of stick to your guns a little bit. Versus teams like Buffalo, bro, like I told you before the game, Michael, I want to play Buffalo, the Jets, Cowboys, the Eagles, the Chiefs, all those teams that are, I think, powerhouses and really good at the line of scrimmage. I want to play those teams differently. I don't want to chuck it all around like we do and like to get pass happy. I know it's a passing league, but you need to line up against them and you need to pound the ball at them. This is a power game where you need to show your dominance at the line of scrimmage. It's going to do more from a momentum standpoint and like a mental standpoint and the physical, part of it as well for your offensive line and your running backs, your quarterbacks, everybody to have that running game clicking on all cylinders. So when it's working, don't go away from it. Pound the ball at them until they stop it and then maybe even run it some more. When they find a niche, like I said on the show, just stick with it. If they're giving up deep ball passes, try a couple more down the field. And if you hit a couple of them, you hit a couple of them.
Yeah. Man, I think you don't realize how you and Justin are close. Because when I told Justin some stuff, he go, man, me and G-Man we're more alike than he will ever know. Because Justin feels like that too. He doesn't need to listen to the Big O. I just don't
let stuff like that get to me, G-Man, because
he's just trying to get over it, man.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm just trying to get by, get high, make money, get my things where I want them, okay? Because I don't have no stake in the Miami Dolphins. I don't coach for the team. I don't play for them. Like, I'm invested as you are as a fan, bro. You got 40 years. I've been a fan since 1985. I've got one playoff win under my belt. We're in the same place. I'm just as frustrated as you are with it, thinking what you're thinking. But guess what, man? It only takes a couple of good games to make things start going the way you want it to go and beat a powerhouse team or two to show that you're for real. And I want to be playing my best football in December. I don't want to be playing my best football now. So let Buffalo do what they're doing. This is football. Things can change real quick in a blink of an eye. Any given Sunday, you can win or lose a football game. Just remember this. Things can change real fast.
No, I know it can. So, like I say, I mean, I agree, G-Man. I want the Dolphins to win more than anything. Believe me. That's why I root for the team. That's why I have Miami Dolphin merchandise. And, believe me, I understand. But, I just enjoy it now and try to make it from one game to the next.
No, I understand where he's getting. Even Big O, what he says, like, I don't watch Big O's show. I really don't.
I don't need more.
I'm more inept to like throw on like some Omar Kelly and Alan Poupar every now and then just to watch what they got to say, and that's about the gist of what I'll go. But I'll be honest with you, like, I feel the same way Big O probably feels and you feel, Michael, but I'm just not I'm not gonna let it get the best of me, man. And the reason why is because I've seen this show before. I've been down this road. I want better things for the Dolphins, just like you do, just like Big O does. And I believe the same thing. We got to start winning those big games if you want people to take you for real. But like I was just leading to, if you want to win those big games, the game plan needs to be totally different. The mind state of the Dolphins going into the game has to be different. And that starts with coaching. The coaching let us completely down during the last game. When you start seeing things going wrong and you're like, damn, they're on to what we're doing. They know what we're doing. You immediately need to change. You immediately need to change what you're doing and start doing stuff that's different. That's what you have to do. You have to change things. So when you're like running the football and they're stuffing it, you're not getting nothing. All right, go to play action. If they're taking the play action away, okay, go to the short passing game. They're taking the short passing away, okay, well, we're going to stretch you vertically. You have to try different things. You cannot stay in one box and expect to win in this league. It will not happen because everybody else has a nice mix and match of what I'm talking about. Line of scrimmage, running backs, weaponry, quarterbacks with a good defense to go along with that. So you got to be prepared for these kind of things. Like, I knew this before we got into this, that this is the battle and the road we were going down. It's a hard fought road. You play the Bills twice, the Jets twice, the Cowboys, you play the Chiefs, you play the Eagles. We play a lot of teams, the Ravens. We play a lot of teams that are really good in there. But if you remember, if you guys have watched the show before, me and Rob have talked, and I said the first 9 games that go into the season, we need to win 6 of them. We're still on schedule to do that. In fact, we're on schedule maybe to even win 7. But you got to win some of these games that I expect us to lose. Do I expect us to beat the Eagles? No, I don't have that slated as a win, but I have the Chiefs slated as a win. Do you see what I'm doing here? Like, I'll be honest with you, you got to give these guys time to gel up and then find what they're really, really, really good at And if some team takes it away, then you need to go to the next thing. And they just didn't do a really good job of that during the game versus the Bills. They got taken out of their element and didn't make adjustments fast enough. You can't be a stubborn old man and sit back and soft cover 1 and cover 2 all game. You
Right.
can't
And
do
that's
it.
what Michael K asked, right? I mean, says right there. So, yes. And
Yes,
Michael
it
K, like
concerns
I
me.
had yours thing up there. The Bills are right now very 4 weeks into the season, going on the 5th week, are a very good team, but things do change. So, I've been riding that high before. I mean, hell, just the Dolphins last year, they were 8-3 and we were all riding high, and then
Yep.
boom.
And then the wheels
Sometimes
completely
reality
fell
hits
off.
quick in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Oh God,
But
it
the
hit
Bills
so
are a good
fast.
team. I'm not taking anything. I'm proud of you, Michael K. You're rooting for a team. Long overdue for some good teams up there. I understand. You got a good, great fan base, as much as it pains me. Some of your Bills Mafia goes a little too far when they put the Tua injured pictures up there. But for the most part, that's like any fan base. You got a couple of dirt bags, and most of you guys are good fans. So I give you
Well,
that, Michael K.
you know
So,
what? There's a flip side of that coin. There's a flip side of that coin you're talking about right there.
yeah.
Careful what you wish for, and careful what you put out into the air, because sometimes it comes back and bites your team in the ass. So
Yeah.
I'd be careful with that right there.
Now, Michael K
Because
doesn't.
anything can
Michael K
happen in
says
this league.
he even he gets under the skin of Bills fans sometimes.
I
So
just
Michael
don't think
K,
anybody should be
he's
rooting
good
for
on that.
anyone to
But
get hurt on the football field. These guys go out there for our pure enjoyment, and they put their lives on the line. I'll be honest with you, I don't want no one to get hurt. I don't care if it's the guy I don't like on the Jets the
oh
worst.
no, of course,
I
I've
don't
always
want
said
to
that.
get
I've never been a guy that wants anyone injured.
In fact, I
Now,
just
if the
seen
guy happens to be injured when they're, in the week facing the Dolphins and they don't have the guy, I'm not going to feel sorry for the team and say, oh, poor team didn't
I'll
have.
be honest, dude. I'll be honest. The Patriots just suffered an injury to that Christian Gonzalez kid, and I'll be honest with you, I feel terrible for that kid. He's a rookie coming into the league,
I
might
know.
have a torn labrum or whatever the hell it was up there, and I'm like, damn, that sucks, bro. You're just getting started.
No, I know it sucks. I mean, it does. Hey, crazy Dolphin. He goes, we have to. Yes, that's the one thing we definitely have to do. I know as fans
Absolutely.
we're guilty, but as long as the teams take one game at a time, I think we should be good.
Well,
I know as fans we start looking ahead. You're like, we should be 5-1 going into
right.
that.
into the
That, but
Eagles,
if the team thinks like that, we won't be 5-1
yeah, there
going
you
in.
go. You said it, and the coaching staff and everybody won't allow them to think like that. And the players themselves, they've been here before. They're professionals. They ain't going to allow themselves to think like that. They're going to buckle down and be like, hey, this is where we really need to come together as a unit. We need to grow. Like when we were down versus the Bills, it's the first time we were tested. I was kind of curious to see what we would do. We bounced back to tie at 14, but then from there, the wheels come off if you start making mistakes. I think the plan should be going into any team you face. I don't care who it is the same plan I came up with at the beginning, is to try to hit them with points at the beginning. Not really per se force them into a shootout, but to get points ahead so you can let the defense tee off and go eat and go hunt and be a natural predator until
And that's
that
why
happens.
I think sometimes deferring is like a mistake when you're on the road. They should have just taken the ball, got up 7-0. But it's but different. I'm not going to make excuses. That game's gone. Buffalo beats her, but this week the Giants coming to town. They're riding low, but I've seen teams riding low because the coach was mad at the quarterback, flips a card at his quarterback like he was frustrated. The quarterback got sacked 11 times, but he still had a good completion centers, like our coach pointed out. So it's not like the kid can't play at times, and the kid, he can run. Danny Dimes has some wheels at times, and those kind of quarterbacks can cause the Dolphins problems over the years. So it's not like this. So I'm with you, Crazy Dolphin. Only the Giants. As a fan, yes, I know the next games after that's the Panthers, and that's I think we should win. And then it's the Eagles. It's going to be the big test. But we won't be 5-1 if the Dolphins themselves don't look, if they look ahead. So
I'll
I'm
be
with
honest
you
with
guys
you.
100% on that take. I just want to rehammer. I know I already said it, but just rehammer. That was a good point by Crazy.
Absolutely, dude. Any given Sunday, you can lose a game out there. Don't think you can't. I don't care what ESPN has us slated to win. The game
Jacksonville could beat. I know Tua suicide here. Michael K probably laugh at this, but Jacksonville could upset Buffalo this week. You just
that
never
could
know.
happen. That's possible. Anything can happen in the NFL. Anything.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest. Like I mean, to prove my point, if I told you guys at the beginning of the season we were going to score 70 points versus Buffalo, you guys would have told me I was full of crap. And
Against
I'll be
Denver, you
honest
mean?
with you,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I know.
Like, it never would have happened, and we did it. So, like, there's things that happen in the NFL. Sometimes you just can't explain it. But
No,
I'll
I
be
think
honest, like a game like this that you're playing versus the Giants, just look at what you're kind of like what we did last week when we went up, had a litmus test against the Buffalo defense. This is another test for you to test out my theory if they want to start playing some power ball, like what I call bully ball. Are you going to play bully ball, or are you just going to get cute and chuck it around all over the field? Because that's the difference sometimes between us, I think, my personal opinion, between us winning and losing these games. Is you got to start taking it to these teams, bro, at the line of scrimmage. You can't go away from it. You can't shy away from it when you're averaging
Oh,
7,
football, no matter how they
6
change the
yards
rules,
a game.
you are 100%, no matter how much they change the rules, no matter what they do, football's still a brutal game, and it's going to be won in the trenches. They can make all the rules to protect the players, which I'm 100% for because they're playing for our entertainment. But you're right. At the end of the day, it's still a macho game, and you got to punch some people in the face to get your way and take, your your will has to outdo their will. You have to have the stronger.
It
Yeah,
has to. It has
yeah,
to.
and
That's why they won the game, is because they were out physical us at the line
yeah,
of scrimmage. They were
yeah.
resetting the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball because we weren't stepping up and doing it. And then when we did, we didn't do it enough. Like, there was one point in time when I thought we were going to bounce back when Ingold stepped up, like I said, and blocked Matt Milano
Yeah.
and hit him right in the mouth. I was like, that's what you need right there. You got to, and then they just went away from it. You can't do that. You got to just keep going at them and be like, I'm going to be here all day, and we'll take it to you.
Yeah.
That's what kind of stuff you have to have, and the attitude you need your team to have, and be like, we're here to fight you all day at the line of scrimmage, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't care. We're gonna beat you. And that's
Yeah, no,
the
I
only
know.
way
That's
you
what
might be
I
able to win
want.
those
And that's
games.
why I know you get frustrated when they pass on 4th and 1. You just
Absolutely, it does. If I'm at home, like, oh, here we go with this shit again. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
It frustrates
I know.
me, man.
Hey,
because
crazy Dolphin, I love your confidence, but right now the Bills are not better than Buffalo. But that's only right now. That's only
you mean
after.
the Dolphins are not better than?
I mean, the Dolphins, yeah. The Dolphins are not better than
No,
Buffalo right now,
absolutely
crazy.
not.
I
Not
love your confidence, though, crazy. Believe me, I wish I could see it, but it's at this point in the season, they are not. Doesn't mean
There
by
you
the
go.
end of the season we cannot be better. But
There you
right
go.
now, 4 weeks into the season, about to be 5 weeks into the season, the Bills are the better team because they just proved it on the field. But over the course of the season, things can change, and the Dolphins can beat their butt down here on the last game of the season, and that's the NFL for you.
You want to know what? They beat us in a way that, like, yikes, man. I hate to say it, but we got manhandled, bro. Like that's like we got beat up at the line of scrimmage, and that's just like we're not ready at the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball like they are.
Yep.
We're just not, bro. No one if anybody thinks that, you need to rethink your assessment. And so you might be like, damn, well, then you're crazy, Jay, wanting to take them on like that. No, you have to take them on like that. The reason why is because if you don't, you're beat before you get off the bus. Because from a mentality standpoint, they're like, well, we're better at the line of scrimmage, so we're going to kick your butt.
Yeah.
Now, if you go in there like, hey, well, we're these gritty backyard boys, and we're coming to bring it to you every snap. Now they're like, damn, we got a fight coming to us. Now you change the game. You change the game from a mentality standpoint.
Right.
Not from a like, hey, what I'm calling standpoint. That means diddly squat, bro. What you call means nothing. It's all about the execution of it.
No, of course, it's all about the execution in it. And hey, guys, good morning to the Back It Up In podcast in Newfoundland. The 2 new guys that just got into the room. Well, not new. They're here on the channel a lot, but new this morning. Fins up. Oh, and Adam, another Fins up regular. Thank you, Adam. Fins up to you, too. But, yes, no, you said it well, man. And it takes so much to play well. And, yes, we got a little humble pie this past week. So I think this, and in the long run, it could make the Dolphins a stronger team. But what makes me a little upset is just we're not that physical team that we all want. It's just not the guys that we have right now. Maybe I know Steve Malloy. He always says that the Dolphins have no dog on this team is the problem. Do you see a dog on? He said maybe Van Ginkel because I said Van Ginkel. He said, well, maybe Van Ginkel's the closest, but He goes, other than that, we don't have any true dogs on this team
I
on defense.
disagree.
All defense,
I
not talking.
disagree. He's not talking offense. He's talking
Yeah,
just
he's not
pure
talking
defense.
offense. He's not talking like Tyreek and these kids that are good on the pass
Well, you
over
said
there.
the whole team. When you said the whole team,
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
whole team. I mean, I should say the defense. He said the defense has no dogs.
I disagree. Maybe they're not playing like dogs right now, but there's dogs on that defense, bro. Don't tell me that Christian Wilkins ain't a dog. Don't tell me that Zach Sealer's not a dog. Those are dogs. Those are straight dogs. They're not eating like dogs because there's two of them right there. You need something else to go with those dogs, dude. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Imagine having something you could throw in the middle right there that everyone's like, damn, that takes two. That takes like a Donald. I'm just using him as an example. I'm not saying that's what we should do or whatever, which I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I'm just saying like that in the middle, right? It takes two of them, right? Now it takes two. They can't concentrate on Sealer, Wilkins, AVG, Jalen Phillips, whatever.
I know you need, and then like
nobody likes any of.
Hey,
Raphael, don't like Chubb. No one likes Chubb. No one likes Jalen Phillips right now. Well, that could really change. He comes out there and has one big game. That's all this takes. It's like the Joey Porter rules. Go win 3 times at the line of scrimmage, and you're going to be an all pro. Go win 3 times at the line of scrimmage. That's all I need from you is 3 wins, and those wins need to be plays on the quarterback.
No, I mean, you're right. Just like in baseball, man, if you get a hit 3 out of 10 times, you're considered great.
You're a superstar.
Yeah, so that's just how it goes. Raphael, welcome to the room. But yeah, you made some excellent points as always, Justin. And the season's young, so we do got dogs, and you take
plenty
them.
Of time.
But unfortunately, like you said, linebackers, that's a good issue you said, because I know some guys that break down the all 22, some of these other shows. I know CB, Fins takes CB 38, many others to do it. But when they break down the all 22, they would show that some of our interior linemen may be doing their job. It's not the sexy job, but the linebackers are shooting the wrong gaps and stuff.
If you're choosing the wrong gap to go in, if you're not shooting the gap quick enough. And some of those plays there, you guys need to realize, too, that shooting the gap might not be their assignment on that play. So if you don't know the defense and what's called on there, you don't know what's going on. So honestly, it's hard. Like, are they two gapping? Are they supposed to run the tunnel and shoot the gap? Are they supposed, we don't know that. And I honestly agree, though, the linebackers need to play better. You got to play stouter at the point of attack. I know that even Fangio said that Jerome's not playing bad. Well, you need to play better than that. You just have to. You have to come through there and use your hands a little bit more. You can't just come in there and get blocked like that. That's what I'm seeing more out of the linebackers that I'm noticing that's bad for us is they get blocked right away. You can't have that.
Oh, hey, Ender's in the house. Mr. Waddle Jersey. How are you doing, Mr. Ender? Fins up to you. And hey, listen, Stevie D's an okay guy. You just must be making him really. He says he gets blocked every time he goes over on Stevie D's. But that's funny. But hey, he's gonna block you if you say something crazy. Probably he figure you out. You have to be incognito and like say something nice. I guess I don't know. Start him off by saying how great the Dolphins are, and then throw your curveball. I don't know.
How great the Dolphins are.
I like hearing all sides. As long as no one takes personal attacks at me or my co-host or fellow chatters in here, I don't care. As long as we don't keep it from the person. You can rip each other's teams all day. I don't care.
It's nuts, I don't know, man. Because the coaching staff is a little young, I wish they played to their suits a little bit more. Because don't tell me that we don't have options that you could throw at them. From an offensive standpoint, literally you can use the fullback more than you're using the fullback, bro. You can run the ball more than that. Oh, another question. You want to play bully ball. Why the hell did you keep a 6 foot, 230-pound undrafted rookie running back from BYU on the roster in the first place? Line him up. Put Ingold in front of him. Pound him at people. Do this damn thing the right way, bro. And then the defense will be like, oh, you guys want to play. And then the defense will start running around and doing what it
No, I agree. Sometimes it is about mentality. I know sometimes he's probably playing analytics, saying this is the best way to get the first down. But sometimes you have to throw analytics out the door and say, hey, we're just going to bash his team and show our will upon their will. They know we're running. We know they're running, and let's pound it right up their nose.
Yeah, exactly. You have to know how to play the cards. It's like playing a hand of Texas Hold'em. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. No
Hey,
one
you
walk
sound like
away.
Kenny Rogers, man.
I'm
May he
telling
rest
you,
in
you
peace.
do though. You have to know when to dial that play up and be like, this is the time right here for that play that we're all getting to the outside here. Whether it's the wheel rail route, whether it's the toss crack, whatever it is that you dialed up in the playbook. You're like, yo, look at the analytics. We're winning on 70% of this to the right hand side. That's what you need to be doing, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, on third down in the red zone, you on short yardage situations, bro. Don't you understand? Like, teams are starting to go to this copycat league, and everybody's doing this tush push. Everybody's lining up, gathering them
I
all
know.
up behind the scrimmage, and pushing them forward. You know what? You could wrinkle off of that. Instead of having everybody line up at the tush push, you could line everybody up there like you're doing that. Hide someone like Mostert or Achan back there and hand it to him and let him go along or out the side, sneak out the back
Oh,
door.
that's cool. You know that's coming one day from the Eagles.
I'm
probably.
just saying, you got to get inventive with these things.
We should
You
do.
can't
No,
just
I
sit in a
agree.
box this whole time and be like, yo, this is what we're going to do and what we're going to eat off of, because someone's going to stop you. This is a league where people know what you're doing, bro, and they know how to stop it, because it's like a boxing match. There's a counter punch for a left jab. There's a counter for a right cross. There's counters for everything. And if you know when to call them and how to call them, you'll be really successful in this league. But if you're scared of that, and you're like, yo, I'm down already by 2 touchdowns, I don't want to run the football, then you're never going to be successful.
Yeah. No, I agree. Hey, G-Man, if you're still in here, I can always drop you a link if you want to join. All you guys, I would love to ask the G-Man a couple more questions, because him and I are more or less the same age. So it's fun to talk, guys, because we both, experienced the same things, when watching the Dolphins and stuff. Hey,
here, I got another
thing.
I got another thing for you that goes with strategy and playing football and having like a quarterback and a head coach and a defensive coordinator that's just a prick. This is a really butthead, right? You get an injury out there like they had Ed Oliver go down. I'm going right at you, fool. The guy you bring in is the dude I'm running at. You got a cornerback that just went down? That's the dude I'm throwing at. You don't understand what kind of football I'm trying to play now? Because that's what I'm trying to play. You know what? Excuse my language right here. I won't do it because of your show. I'm not just trying to beat you. I'm trying to F you up. I'm trying to tear you. I'm trying to mess you up on every damn play. And as from my play calls and to the way I want my offensive line to play, I would grab a dude right by his face mask. I'd be like, listen, on this next play, I want you to eat him alive. If he's not pancaked, you're coming out. And I'll just start going off. Next thing you know, you'll have people playing exactly the way you want.
No, I agree, man. You just got to, it's a game of football. It really is a game of being just wanting it. I mean, say all things, because let's face it, the Dolphins are a talented football team and the Buffalo Bills are a talented football team. So sometimes because obviously, like, sometimes you're just going to beat a team because you're that much better. But when you're 2 good football teams, wills does matter, and it's going to come down to, because I don't care. Like, Sisters of the Poor is not going to go into, the top-ranked team in the nation and beat them on a regular basis. That's not going to happen. So I don't care what will they have. Right. That's not going to happen. But when the talent's even, will can make the difference between winning and losing.
It just drives me nuts how this team sees. If I'm a little Justin Joe Schmo over here who sees this from watching film and breaking down all that stuff, and I see it, they have to see it too. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I thought we had an advantage on their linebackers going into the game versus Buffalo because they weren't as big as the Edmonds kid, right? The kid's fast, that whatever the kid they had that's playing really good over there, right? He's Bernard, whatever his name is. He's playing really good. He's fast. He's a good coverage linebacker. He can blitz, but he's smaller. You should have taken them, run the ball right at him. Take him and run the ball right at that dude. Take him, run the ball right at Milano. Take him, run the ball right at Oliver. That's what you got to do with these things. Sometimes you got to figure out what you got. And now how you do that is by what I'm saying is you line up, you have a little bit of Joe motion coming over from Ingold, and you slam his right in there, bro. And then you have your running back, Brooks. I don't care who it is, and follow him.
Your mentality is if you can't get a yard, that's just football. You didn't get the yard, but at least try to get it by pounding it up there.
It's a thing of showing them that you're ready to play all day with them, dog. Not that you're just going to try to run and hide from them and trick them and Dixie-doozy them and throw a ball over here and throw a ball over there. Do you know how much lethaler it makes your passing game when you can run the ball like that? When you can run the ball like that, they're like, dude, it makes all the linebackers start doing this. and they back
No,
up.
you're
And they start backing
100%
off.
right, and it was
And next thing
proof.
you know, you see those linebackers backing off. Your quarterback sees that. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, we're going to eat this all day. Bam, you call the play
No,
action, you hit him over the
no,
middle.
you're exactly
Man,
right. And the
bro, how
proof was
hard
in the
is
pudding
this?
against the Denver Broncos when you were running and passing it equally.
Have
You,
to.
you know, and it
Have
just
to.
I agree, man. And yes, I kept that up there because yes, rest in
Oh,
peace,
I
Dick
know, bro.
Buckus.
I know,
You
bro.
know,
I
at
feel
least he
terrible,
seemed to
bro.
have lived a good life and stuff. So, you know, but man, he was a beast out there. So yeah, if you could get someone with that, you know, if you want a Dolphins reference, Zach Thomas, bring our little Zach Thomas mentality out there. Like, I don't care. I'm shorter, slower than everyone thinks I should be. I'm still going to be the first one there, buy the ball and knock the crap out of you. And that's
That's
how he
right.
played.
Speak about toughness. Reference Dick Butkus. That dude's an
Yeah.
awesome beast, bro. I heard stories
Yeah.
about that dude playing football where you tell people like, keep him up. I want to hit him. Stand him up. I'm going to run at him and hit him again. So that dude is awesome. Like, that's the kind of guys you need playing linebacker. That's the kind of guys you need playing defense. Guys who don't care. We're going to go out there and run through a wall to make the play. That's what
Hey,
it
Michael
takes.
K. Enjoy. Have a great day. He's doing some hunting out there. Didn't get any bucks. Got five doe. I don't know if he got five doe or only saw five doe, but good stuff for you, Michael K.
Yeah, he's looking
And
for a buck. He's probably only
yeah, I
seen
know.
five go. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep hiking, bro. You'll have to chase him into those ravines and them canyons. You know what's up.
yeah, I know. So it's all good. I'm more of a fisherman and a hunter, but yeah, I know some of my buddies do both. So hunting and fishing. So
Colorado,
I'm
you do
always
both.
just and some only do hunting and I only do fishing. So it's all good. But enjoy, man. Enjoy.
Absolutely
Hey, I
enjoy.
agree. Duck the Bills. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. But hey, it's one game at the end of the day, just like our 70 points that we scored against the Denver Broncos was only one win. That beatdown we got last week's only one loss, and that's why we got to bounce back against the Giants. I don't care if the Giants are struggling. I don't care if it's coaches flipping stuff at his quarterback. They're going to come in here wanting to win. The Dolphins are entering the game wanting to win. The Dolphins have to come out winning at the end of the day. I don't care if they cover the spread because I don't bet. Justin probably said, no, don't say that because Justin likes to bet every so often. Me, I don't care if they cover the spread, don't cover the spread. I just want to have a W at the end of the day and stay relatively healthy, keeping our top players healthy, getting Brady, for the Carolina game, and I'm not going to look past them, but then get ready for the Eagles game because to me, you definitely got to show better than you showed in Buffalo. Not necessarily saying you got to win it. You got to show that you can at least stay in there with a good team.
You know what? Let's face it. You got fans, even me. I'm even guilty of doing the same thing. Me and guys like G-Man. I know G-Man, even probably Big O. They're not this. The Giants and the Panthers are like those are no games. They're looking right to that Eagles game, bro. To them, that's the next game the Dolphins play in their mind that'll show them what we got. And yeah. I get that. But we still have to play these two that are on our schedule first. So in that meantime, like I've been trying to say, I hope they're trying to change mentality there, and maybe they're trying to do it later, like into the December and when it gets colder. Once it gets colder and it's starting, don't you feel the weather changing already, right? Well, that's when you start running this damn football. And I'll be honest with you, you even heard Kendall Lamb say, offenses develop a mentality, and when it comes into being cold weather, you start running the ball.
Yeah, so, you feel some weather change, and I'm here in South Florida. We're always a few months behind before we get some cool weather. But there was actually a front coming in, but not a cold front per se. But they were saying a front coming in, it was supposed to pick up the fishing. As the front's approaching, the fish normally get turned on. So I would see if that really works. I mean, when we don't really have a big change in temperature down here.
Raphael must be military. I used to hunt humans.
Yeah, I know. It's all good, man. Hey.
I was going to say thank you for our service. It's crazy, man. Like, what kills me about this team more than anything is like you got to be willing to change and not be so stubborn. And that's the coaching staff, bro. That's Vic. I call him Vicky. I'll be watching the game. I'm like, come on, Vicky, you got to dial it up. And like, he's not doing it so far. He's very stubborn right now.
Do you think he's just stubborn, or you think he just is hiding some in the bag for later in the season? Or
I would love to think that he's hiding something in the bag, but no, I don't think it's that. I think it's a combination of personnel and execution. And then not only that,
do you think it's time for him to say, well, until I get the personnel I want, I might as well do what they do best and start doing things that they do better that the players like? Because I think that's what McDaniel did. He looked and said, "Okay, Tua can't do some of this stuff, but I'm going to find what Tua does excellent, and I'm going to concentrate
Yeah.
on that. Maybe maybe Vic Fangio can do something with the D. Like, well, these guys aren't the ideal guy for my fit of, but was just is what they do well. So, do you think he can make some
Well, then,
adjustments that way and try to do what they do well, or
yeah,
something? Or
I think he's trying that, but at the same point in time, I think he's really stubborn. He's like, how many games is it going to take you to figure out that Jerome can't play in traffic? And David Long basically is the same thing. He can't play in traffic either. He's a little stronger at the point of attack, but you got a guy sitting there who can play in traffic and is faster and can tackle, and maybe doesn't know your defense as well. But at some point in time, I would love to see some Channing Tindall at least get a chance. I'm not saying he's going to be the answer and the end all be all, but damn it, man, give the kid a chance. If you give
that's why
somebody a chance, you might
good
be
timing.
satisfied.
Eric Rivera just said the same thing basically, so good timing on that.
I'm being honest. I'm being straight up with what I see and what I'm trying to tell you. Like, these guys need a chance. You have to see what you got.
Hey, you're right. That crazy Dolphin week. Justin and I kind of touched on that. This last week, the Commanders, they lost to the Eagles, but they gave the Eagles everything they could handle, and took that game to overtime. And then last night they go lose to a team that haven't won a game yet. So you just never know in this league, man. It's crazy.
Any given Sunday, dude, you can get beat out here, and that's because it's football. Not only is it football, but it starts with a mentality thing from your head coach. And I mean, I love Mike McDaniel. Don't get me wrong. I love what he's doing with the team, the organization, the players, yada, yada, yada. But there's some times in football where you got to be like, you know what? That wasn't good enough. I need more out of you. And you got to be like, you really need to be an asshole. And I'm sorry I say that.
But he might be. I think he's tougher than he, to them. He's not one of those coaches that's going to air the dirty laundry out in public. So that's the only thing you could think that he may say it. But yeah, sometimes you may need to take it public to wake players up. Like, oh my God, because people don't like having their feelings hurt and called out in public. So maybe, but I don't think.
No, you could do it in house, right in the.
I think he does probably because he says I let them know it. He did say, I let them know that we're not a team that should be losing by 4 touchdowns,
No, absolutely
and he
not.
goes, and he did call some upon himself. He goes, from a coaching standpoint, I made it clear that us as coaches and you guys as players, we got way too much talent on this team to lose to a team by 4 touchdowns,
Yeah, I've also heard him say all the stuff in film sessions, like they won't come and point out all the negatives, they only talk about the positives. And I think in this case, you need to reverse that. You need to be like, this is wrong. We need to correct it. And this is how. You don't have to like drill them, but you need to be like, this has to improve right now. And
he has called out a little bit because he says you get too many guys trying to strip the ball instead of make a tackle too, because that's what he said happened on that Diggs. They're both trying to take the ball away from him and no one's trying to tackle him.
Well, that's why one guy needs to be going tackle and one guy needs to be going ball. And it's like a matter of reading a guy. First and foremost, you should always be trying to make the tackle first. And if you can get the ball in the process, great.
That's a bonus. Right. No, I agree.
You have to make the tackle first. I mean,
so Deshaun Elliott, is he really having that good of a season that missing him in that one game really like hurt or is it just a coincidence? But he seems like we seem to mix him. Was he having a good season like that?
Yeah, he was. And the reason I think that you do miss someone like that because it takes away what you can do from a coverage standpoint deeper. Now, like you just got all these things that will change when you don't have that guy in there. Not only that, but he brings you really good runs.
I know. And Brandon Jones is coming off a major injury that
he's a little rusty. Didn't get a lot of snaps during the preseason, so he's I'm seeing he's shaking off that rust, and I'm seeing a lot of it from a lot of guys we have out there. That's why getting these reps and getting in there and getting it done and being well oiled will help. Not only that, but having I can't say it enough. I'm not seeing enough out of Vicky's scheme here. You need to scheme it up better. Like I need to see like a safety take a corner spot and then like the corner blitz off the edge and then the safety take his spot. So you're not losing anything behind it because Vicky won't send a blitz unless he's got underneath coverage and it's covered. All his bases are covered, basically is what I'm saying. He won't send it. So I'm saying you got to start throwing these things out there. You got to start rolling them out there.
So you're saying he should blitz a little more, but being stubborn. I know when his very first press conference, Fangio said, oh, I don't want to blitz all the time, but I want to blitz when I want to blitz. But you think he needs to step it up a little bit. And before you answer that, you're right. I can tell when McDaniel's pissed. That I can tell. His face expression changes. He has like this wide eye, like what the hell's going on?
He needs to get pissed more then, because I need to see him get an attitude, and that develops onto your team. It rubs off onto your team when you're starting to be like, that ain't good enough. Let's get it done. And
Mr.
I need to see more out of you too.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Hey, Mr. Courtwright says he wants to see. So, but against the Broncos, he did force 2 fumbles. But yes, I want that ball hawking where he's grabbing interceptions in the air and all of that. That I would love to see. So
you want the ball hawking. You want the ball hawking Javon Holland. You need your complete defense we had from the vision from the beginning, and that vision included a non-dog, right? I guess Jalen Ramsey's not a dog. The guys like that.
Well, Steve said he might be, but he wasn't in. He's not playing right now.
He might be.
Yeah, but he's not playing right now. But he's not playing right. So he says he's talking about the guys that are playing right now.
I know, but that dude's a straight dog. Are you kidding me? Go look at the film, dude. That dude's one of the better defensive backs, corners, whatever you want to call them in the league. And I'll be honest. When these guys get older and they start losing a little bit of their speed, what happens to them? What happened to Charles Woodson? Rod Woodson. They start playing safety. And I'll be honest with you, that's what we're missing right now is that mentality back there. The guys who can run around and play and be a dog and are good in coverage. You're missing Jalen Ramsey. You're missing Deshaun Elliott. So you're not seeing Holland be who he can because you don't have all these guys to work in well. Imagine what you would have right now if you, from a coverage standpoint, if you had Ramsey. And if you had Deshaun Elliott in that game, then you can get Holland roaming the box, playing sideline to sideline. You can get the version of that you're looking for.
Right, and you can get Cater Kohu off of Diggs, for God's sake.
Bingo. I mean, honestly, there's a way to do that, too. Honestly, he's really stubborn, like I said. I don't understand him. Listen, this is my point, okay? I understand it's Diggs. He's one of the best wide receivers in the whole league. Hold on, real quick. Best wideouts in the whole league. But what's the hurt in bringing Cam Smith in and being like, let's see what you got right now.
Hey, there you go. Look at that. Look at you and Crazy Dolphin are on the same page today. Or if it's someone else, you were on the same page earlier or whatever. But yeah, Cam Smith, Channing Tindall, and Chris Brooks, let them get some play. Yes.
Dude, I need to see every one of those guys you just named right there. I'm really curious to see what you got.
Because some guys are just better during – I think Channing Tindall had a couple of chances, but Cam Smith hasn't. And maybe Fangio's not confident with it. But some guys, like you say, are just better game day performers for whatever reason.
They're gamers. They're not practice body guys like a Matt Moore. He wasn't the best practice guy, but damn, when it came down to game time, he was a gamer. That's a gamer. You got to see that in these practice. And this coaching staff sees that, dude. And I don't know what the holdup is. Eventually, they'll unleash these guys. But I think from a Cam Smith and a Channing Tindall perspective, I think it's a trust issue.
I know it is definitely a trust issue with Cam Smith because I know in that Texans game he got roasted, but what rookie cornerback's not. So I don't know that one play because up until then he was playing well and everyone was singing his phrases, and in that one play, but what cornerback in there? I mean, there's not a cornerback that's ever played. I mean, the ones in the Hall of Fame are going to get burned. I mean, it's just when you're out there on an island, you're just going to get burned sometimes.
I think a lot of the problem with the defense right now, I'm going to be straight up. The defense sucks right now. And you want to know why the defense sucks right now? Because the trust level of the defense and the coordinator and the scheme, they're not bought in. They're not all the way bought into this scheme. They don't understand what Vicky is doing. Only some of them do. That's where you need guys that Vicky can lean on, like Dino, AJ Johnson, who's on the practice squad, who's the middle linebacker. He knows the scheme. He knows what Vic wants. He knows the sight points and the landing points where he needs to be as the linebacker. He knows that stuff, bro. That's key. Okay, those are things that I'm seeing right now that I'm telling you that's why we're not getting what we need, because Vic is like, well, I don't know what to do now because he can't do that. See what I'm saying?
I just don't think Vic likes or.
That's why I don't think back playing that cover 2, soft cover 2, cover 1. That's why.
I don't think he's as high on our defensive players as some of the fans are, honestly. Because when you heard him get here, he was saying, yeah, he was nothing glowing. I know that's how Vic Fangio, he's never going to blow sunshine up people's butt or going to tell them how great the rainbows are. But you could just tell he just was like, yeah, we have, because him and there, all the people were raving about David Long. Oh, you see David Long making all these plays in camp. And He goes, yeah, he's made some flashy plays, but I want consistency. That's what
See,
he said.
He's giving you coach talk, and he's
Yeah.
giving you these. He's saying what he's supposed to say, and the reason why is because it's going to make those players better.
Yeah.
Better, way better. They're gonna be, oh, you don't think, watch, I'm gonna show you, and they'll go
Yeah.
out there and prove themselves. And
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't believe that. I don't believe that he's like, well, I don't think they're as good as they are that I thought, like, and that they are. No, I don't believe any of that crap. I think that's a load of crap. What I think is he's trying to change their mentality, the way they think about things. And I think they are that good.
No, you bring up a good point. Maybe I stand corrected. Maybe you get a good point. But when I heard him, I'm like, man, he didn't really praise anyone because they kept on naming names. And he was like, yeah, beginning in Christian Wilkins. Oh, how do you like his motive? Yeah, he's okay. He just,
yeah.
I'll be honest with
you, I know why he's doing it. I know why he's doing this, bro.
Yeah.
I know why. Because he's giving you coach talk.
He's old school. I know.
He's old school. He's going to be like, no, go show me. Prove that.
Right. And then when you do well, he's the old coach, because I used to have different supervisors. Some would praise you when you did well. Others would just say, why am I going to praise you? That's what you do. That's your job. That's what
you did your job.
Yeah, I know you did your job. So that's how you have it. Some coaches will praise a player and all that, and others would just say, okay, yeah, he did his job. That's what he gets paid to do.
You just hit on the biggest point right there of all over the defense and its problem. Everybody's not doing their job.
No, I know that's it. And McDaniel has pointed that out. McDaniel has, to his credit, pointed that out several times.
You got to just worry about your grass. Worry about your grass. Don't worry about Andrew Van Ginkel's grass. Don't worry about Christian Wilkins' grass. Worry about your grass.
Because 10 guys who do their exact play that they're supposed to do, either on offense or defense, but one guy does not do what they're supposed to do.
And it's all over.
The whole play can be blown up,
Well, that's the truth, and that's football on a snap-by-snap basis. That's why he's at – look, dude, again, boom, Rob, you're on fire. He's on fire. He's asking for consistency. The consistency he's asking for is what Rob just alluded to. Doing it right on every single snap. Not on 75% of the snaps, on 100% of the snaps.
Yeah, no, because it only takes one bad snap to give up points in this league if you're on defense.
That's what I'm getting at. Because if you play to your assignment 100% of the time and you're like, I'm always where I need to be. I'm always where I need to be in this defense. The plays are going to come to you.
No, exactly.
It's like basketball.
And then if it doesn't, then you can start pointing blame at the coaches like, well, your scheme sucks, coach.
It's his fault. And it's not his fault right now. It's your fault because you're not running the scheme right.
Yeah, I know. So, hey, he agrees with you that Johnson. Now I'm going to have to look at this guy. I forgot how much he was on the practice squad. I know he was on there, but didn't think much about him. So I remember
when the Broncos got him and Vic Fangio was part of their head coach and part of their defense, and they got him undrafted out of Texas. I was like, damn it, I wanted the Dolphins to get this dude. I scouted him. He's really gritty underneath in between the tackles area. He's good, bro. And he's really low key underrated in coverage. He can get in passing lanes. He's a smart football player. He dials it up and he shoots the gap. That's what he wants.
Yeah. Hey, I agree.
Claypool.
And then
Claypool.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. For a 6-rounder or something is what he's saying. So.
Who's Claypool?
Oh,
you're talking about the Claypool from the on the Bears right now? The receiver? Is that who you're talking about? The receiver?
No, I don't think he's talking. I don't know who where is he? Chase Claypool.
That's the receiver for the Bears, right? They got traded from the Steelers to the Bears. The 6'3" receiver. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Steelers, Bears. Yeah, that's what I was thinking this game.
Why do you want him?
Yeah, I think we need more. We need defensive help before anything else.
Bro, you need some line of scrimmage help right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I would honestly I'm thinking more along the lines of players that Fangio is used to. I'll give you 3 names right now, and I've already beat them to death because everybody already knows who they are. But I'll start with the less obvious. Kyle Pecco, who is on the streets, I'm pretty sure right now. Fangio has experience with him. He's a 2-gapper, real stout at the point of attack, knows the scheme. Linville Joseph, who everybody knows, and Akeem Hicks. I mean, dude, you got guys sitting there right now that at your disposal. Yeah, are they ready to play football? I don't know. I have no clue.
Oh, yeah, Hicks would definitely need a few weeks, but it's early enough to where you can get him ready for the prime run where you want.
That's why if you're going to make a move now. Look, the Patriots went out there and traded back for J.C. Jackson. They're making moves.
Yeah.
If anywhere we need a move, it's cornerback, linebacker, or defensive line.
Well, Nick Needham has his 21-day window opened.
I've seen that.
And Robert Jones on the offensive line.
So both of them see that dude play right there.
So both of them, their window open. Doesn't mean they're going to play this week, but they can be eligible to come off within that 21 days. If they don't get activated in that 21 days, they're lost for the season. But I'm sure with these moves, they're feeling like they're going to be coming back, sooner than later since they opened that window.
I wonder if Robert Jones can snap.
Hey, who knows, man? He may, who knows? Like you say, he can't be much worse than what Eichenberg's been putting out there, No, I'm not knocking Eichenberg because it's good to have an Eichenberg because we need a guy that can back up at all the positions. But, man, he hasn't played well when he's been out there. So what's up for our boy Pilly? He's just chilling in the practice squad.
No, he's not the practice squad. He's on the 53.
Oh. He said where are you getting that information? They said
Shut
Dolphins
up, dude. Are you kidding me? Don't mess with me with this shit
right now. This guy, Newfoundland, tells the truth, man.
Don't mess with me, dude. I'm gonna get on right now.
Who's reporting it, Newfoundland?
I'm not playing
Newfoundland. He
don't mess with me.
He brings the good stuff, man. He brings.
I'm so mad at you, Newfoundland, if this is wrong. Don't get my hopes up for something like that because now you're talking. I don't know why they get another receiver though, dog. That's crazy to me, dog. Like, no, dog.
Big E's reporting it. The Dolphins are trading Chase Claypool to the Miami Dolphins.
I have it right here. Yep, he's right. Bears are trading Chase Claypool to the Dolphins. What?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? You didn't go to the line of scrimmage. You get a wideout. Dog.
Hey,
dog. This
Newfoundland, kudos to you. Thank you for bringing in the 411 today.
Newfoundland, you rock, dog. For a
breaking the news for Dolphins Thirsty here on our show.
That's a steal for a 6th-round pick, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just surprising the position.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. River Craycraft's hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I know what's going on here. He's a great blocking receiver downfield, you guys. This dude can block downfield for days. He's aggressive. He's good with his hands. He can catch and run routes and do all that stuff. He's like Mike Gesicki, but not as big. Yeah. But he can block.
One thing for sure, he won't be playing this week. He just played probably last night, unless he's been on their back. I don't know what he's been doing with the Bear.
I haven't seen them using him at all, bro. Honestly, I haven't seen no use of him.
Hey, he's a big dude. Newfoundland, but once again, hey, you gave me something to write for.
Bro, that's the only thing I can think of is they're like, well, we don't have Craycraft for a while. We need better blocking downfield. Maybe they want to run the ball. This kind of trips me out. Like, do they want to throw, or do they want to run? I know they want to do both, but I mean, what can you really hang your hat on besides our speed on offense? I know that, man. But man, I'd really like to see a move on the defensive side of the ball. Like a pass rusher.
Newfoundland, thank you again. I just have to say thank you. You gave me something after lunch. I have something to write. I'll become thinking, man, what am I going to write about today for DolphinThirsty.com, guy? Check out DolphinThirsty.com, by the way. And if you're new here, I see almost all regulars. But if there's any new people here, tackle that subscribe button. And then for my super duper regular fans, viewers, teammates, I call you. Please throw a laser pass at that thumbs up button. But man,
they're
saying we traded a 6th-round pick in 2025 Newfoundland or something. I have to go
for Chase Claypool. I guess they felt they needed help at receiver right now.
Hey, you are sounding like
look at all the receivers you got on this team, dog.
I think Crazy Dolphin and I think Justin, you're magic. Somehow you're like pretending you're Crazy Dolphin but not. You're keeping your hands up here to say, "Oh, I'm not typing," because everything you say all the time is what Crazy Dolphin.
Bro. I wish we would do what we need to do, dude. And I'll be honest with you, that's why I'm very I'm kind of dumbfounded by the move for the wide receiver. Did you need a wide receiver that bad Was Cedric Wilson not good enough to block downfield? Robbie Chosen not good enough to block downfield?
I wonder if they in a corresponding move, maybe they have someone for. Maybe we see something that they
corresponding move is Easy Ego's on IR. That's the only corresponding move I.
Yeah, well, he already is. He's already on, and River Craycraft and all of that. So
he's designated to come back though at some point.
Yeah, I know, but right,
season-ending IR.
Crazy
That's the only reason why I could see a move like that. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You can't. No. The last comment. You can't get rid of Chosen like that. No, you cannot. You have to keep Chosen on this team. You have to. Want me to explain why you have to? Because it's about the speed factor. And if Waddle goes down, you need another guy so you can have two guys on the field so the defense will play you straight up. You cannot lose Chosen. He's one of the guys I would lock if I put him back on my practice squad. I'm not getting rid of that for nothing.
Yeah, I know, because you just signed him to the active roster. So,
there's no way in hell I'm getting rid of that dude. There's no way.
Okay. And now look like today it's going to happen. You'd be like, oh, man.
If they did that, I would be like, no, bro. There's just no – you can't do that right now. You have to keep that on your roster. You have to.
Yeah. Hey, man, this has been
I'd be trying to add more speed to that roster if I was the GM. That Devin Allen kid, the kid who runs track, who played for the Eagles, he's a free agent. You could have that sitting on your roster right now. Look at this. This is funny, dude. My Bears buddy just hit me up. Claypool traded to the Dolphins.
So, hey, that's funny, man. Hey, Greer proven.
Yeah, we're talking about it on my show right now.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny, man. Newfoundland dropping. I love it, man. That's why I love it, man, guys. I love it when you guys do that because Justin and I try to give you 100% of our attention. Don't look at social media while we're in here.
I had no clue what even happened.
Yeah, I know. So I know. I thought he was just saying they should trade. I'm like, man, why would he pick a receiver out of all people?
Out of all of them, but that's what happened. That's what the Dolphins did. But Raphael, what about defensive end? I think you're talking about Chandler Jones, right? Oh, man, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole right now. And the reason why is because he's got a case in Las Vegas for violating a restraining order for seeing his ex-girlfriend. It's a domestic thing. No, I'm not touching that. If you want a pass rusher or another guy like that we can poach or go get, there's a couple of them you could poach right now that I would really interested in going and seeing. And one of them would be getting back either Mitchell Agude or the kid we had, the kid we got out of Nebraska that was undrafted. Forget.
Oh, yeah, Garrett Nelson, whatever. The Nelson kid.
Yeah, I would bring both of them back if you could. But a guy I'd really like to get, and you could poach him right now, he's on the practice squad, would be Raymond Johnson III. If you could go get you some Raymond Johnson III, you'd have another you know what I mean when I say squatty? Yeah. A guy who's like he's really rocked up. He's like 6'2", 6'1", 3-ish, 260 pounds. Man, is he really strong at the point of attack? Great pass rusher, great against the run. This is something I would inject right into the lineup, just like you did Sealer. Bam, be like, okay, let's see what you can do.
Yeah. Hey, you're good, man. Look at you, all fired up. Newfoundland dropping news nuggets on our show.
I am fired up a little bit. I just wish it was to the line of scrimmage, man.
I know, but hey, it shows that we're still not content, that we're trying to get better at every single position, and, we do what we have to do. Obviously, they're going to plan to have him on the active roster. You don't give up draft capital, even if it is in 2025, and it's just
that's active roster no matter what.
Yeah, you bring him in. Hey, guys, you guys rock, and if you ever want to buy Miami Dolphins stuff, any team apparel, check out my links in there. They're affiliate links. Bro. Yep, they're affiliate links to Fanatics. They're a safe and secure site, and I would get a little commission for the channel, which is where it goes, and it just helps the channel, and that's it. You pay no extra. You get all their discount codes. You get their safe and secured purchases, but if you click via their link, and I get it. Same with the Blackout Coffee on there. And the bonus, if you click out in the Blackout Coffee, you want some really good coffee, boom, you throw the discount code THIRSTY in there and you get 20% off on top of it when you click on my link, 20% off. But anyway, back to the Dolphins. So they are making moves. Yes, you wanted at linebackers, offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, whatever. I think I may have said linebacker twice. There's so much on the brain. But,
Right.
But anyway, They are still making moves. It shocked me. That's why I was even thinking like Newfoundland. Newfoundland, why would they want a receiver? Because I mean, any position, I would even quarter any position that you think can improve your team, you're going to do. So it's not so much. But I was just thinking of all the needs. Receiver would have been like on one of my last list of positions that I would say, okay, let's add to
Well,
like
running back, but
because I don't even want any Jonathan Taylor talk when the season, nothing. We run with what we have.
We're
Do not
loaded
put
at
that
running
money
back.
resource into a running back when you already got these younger guys and Moser playing well, older guy. But that's it. So, so Claypool totally surprised me. If you would have told me like, hey, the Dolphins are going to trade for a receiver during your show today, Dolphins, I mean, what are you drank too early this morning, buddy? So but hey, it just happened, and
I mean,
that's like you said, another proof it's just football.
maybe
You
they're
just
trying to
never
add
know.
a red zone target for Tua. I honestly couldn't tell you right now, but my head is spinning. Like I remember we had Elijah Higgins. So I ran into somebody who was related to that dude here in Colorado, and he said, "Oh, it sucks you guys cut Higgins," and he went to Arizona. I was like, "Yeah, I wish we would have kept him, honestly." But bringing in Claypool reminded me of Higgins. Maybe they have like a role that they lost when they lost Higgins. They want to put Claypool in, and they think it would give them another level, like in their red zone offense, third down offense. I don't know. Honestly, I do know what he will help, and that's blocking down the field. He can block. Yep.
Now, I'm with you, Ralphie. I'm with you, Mr. Court, I agree. Tight end, offensive line, defensive end, linebacker, etc. And we get another receiver. Okay. But I understand I understand you're like surprised. I was surprised. You can see that's why Justin and I were like, Claypool, the receiver? What? Why would you want him? We just thought, Newfoundland just was feeling like he wanted a new receiver. And we're like, why would he? And of all the receivers, why pick him randomly? That's why we were like,
I think maybe they ran into a deal they couldn't pass up. They're like, hey, we could get him for a 6th round pick. And they were like, bam, let's just do that. That's a steal. And and it's a 6th round pick that's in 2025. And the Bears are like, okay. So I think they just ran into a deal. They just had to take it. Yes, Randy Gregory is out there. That's something you might want to kick the tires on. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. It's funny though. In the red zone, we were among the best this year, and then then we just kind of lost that muster. But yes, well, I know what you're saying. We're really tough. Is like I hate it when the Dolphins run a long play and they get knocked out at the 3-yard line. I'm like, oh no, here we go. That's when we're really in struggle on the red zone. From the 20 in, we're okay, but when we get down in that goal line again, that's where Justin's mentality of punching you in the nose. I'm gonna run this sucker. That's when it sometimes.
The reason why it's happening is because everything condenses to the back end of the end zone and everything's become shorter and shorter. And the Dolphins' whole offense it's built for wide open fields to have safeties 20 yards off where they need to be. And this is just the offense that you have to, and that's probably why they picked up Claypool. Is they maybe think they can squeeze him in there to being a high point red zone target. Maybe that's the whole infatuation with it. Maybe they don't trust the tight ends down in that spot. You have 3 of them you could use down there to be red zone targets. I'm puzzled by the.
No, you're shocked. You're shocked like me. We were like not even sure what he was talking about. Newfoundland, So we were like, "What's he talking about?" So hey, it's great. But talking about great, it's great to have all you guys here. I just checked the time. It's time for us to run out. But before you guys run out, please throw those laser passes at the fins. I call it fins up button on YouTube. It's that little thumbs up button. If you guys can give me a like, it helps the channel too. And never forget, you guys are teammates, not subscribers, because I'm just here to talk Miami Dolphins football. Justin's another great guy to talk Miami Dolphins football with. You can find him on Twitter at JPF Scout. And if there's any like Dolphin stuff you may want that you don't see on Fanatics, check out Justin. He can find it for you and tell him what you want. And he can hook you up. JPF Scout on Twitter. But anyway, Justin, another week's upon us. We're one game into the week 5 of the NFL season. It's time for the Dolphins to get back to winning. Bless you, my friend. It's time to get back to winning this week. I'm with Crazy Dolphin, Mr. Courtwright, all the guys that pointed out. You got to take one game at a time. Let's win this week. Get the Dolphins back to winning. We are worried about the Panthers next week. This week, Dolphins, go beat those New York Giants. Get us back to the
Go.
winning ways. Because if you would have told me, hey, after 5 games the Dolphins are 4-1, which we can get, I would have taken that twice. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season that we would be
Absolutely.
4-1 after 5 games. So let's go get that win against the Giants. Let's keep the Giants down. Don't let them get right against us because they want to have a get right game too. So, and that's why McDaniel got mad at the media when they said, "Oh, it's just a get right game." He goes, "There's no get right game. The minute you start, you're going to get wrong. You're going to get lesson. You're going to have a lesson quick if you
You're
think
going to get humbled."
Yeah, you're going to get humbled. So no, this is just a win game. Just go out there, win the game. Hopefully they stay healthy. Hopefully when we were talking Monday morning, Justin, we are talking about the 4-1 Miami Dolphins having a good defensive, good complementary football, good offense, good defense, good special teams, and we can start looking to the Panther game. So, yeah, before you're out of here,
I'll close out just to say this about this game coming up, and then we can close out. Take the fight to them. Don't let them take the fight to us. Be the aggressors, okay? Take the fight to them. Don't let them out-physical us. Don't let them come into our house and out-muscle us. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Crazy Dolphin, and thank you all you guys. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the talking to you guys. So that's the best part about the show.
We love talking ball, man, and we love talking
that's the best part of the show. And a special thanks we should all give to Newfoundland for breaking some news to us today. Yeah, so that's it. So anyway, let's all enjoy the rest of your Fridays. For all you shift workers, I feel for you. I spent over 20 years as a shift worker. So when people used to say Happy Friday, I would say, yeah, maybe Happy Friday to you. I got to work tomorrow. So I understand. So if you're a shift worker, special kudos to you. If it is your Friday, special kudos to you, and enjoy that. Go out, spend time with the family. Then Sunday, sit in front of the tube. It's your time to enjoy the Dolphins. Hopefully you got some family members that also have that same joy. I got a son that loves the Dolphins, and sometimes he loves them too much because he's a yeller and a screamer at the TV like me sometimes. But, hey, it's all good. G-Man, thank you for being in here earlier. I always love having you. All you guys are the best. And that's it, Justin. Any final say before I find my closeout video for the day?
He who laughs last best, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I love it. There you go. Fins up, guys. Hey, I'll be on here 10 a.m. with Steve Malloy for a pregame show. All you guys are welcome. And, of course, you too, Justin. 10 a.m. Sunday morning will be the next time I'm running a live show. Same channel, guys. Fins up.
Deuces.
Go Dolphins.
Dolphins. Dolphins thirsty. They never show no mercy. On the field or in the game. Man, he knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or